You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene. Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's $1 Million Listing After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's $1 Million Listing After Show.
Everybody knows this right here. Your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, abuelo, everybody sing along.
Hey everybody, welcome to our show. We are doing $1 Million Listing Miami. I'm your host, Jenifer Golden, and with me is my lovely co-host.
Yes, Alex Wehrley, welcome. Great show today.
So good. Guys, this was episode 2, and I'm pretty sure this is like my new favorite reality TV show. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Miami's so good because it's so flashy. Oh my gosh, my favorite part, the open houses.
So festive.
Yes, Chad's with the seashell star things over their boobies. What the heck?
I don't know, that was amazing. I love when Sam was like, boobs and butts. That's creative. It is, kind of.
I know, and
when in Rome.
She made a point to say, Miami is not just about boobs and butts. And I remember you saying when we were watching, you're like, it's not about boobs and butts.
Right, like it's not about it. It's just not only about it. Come on, Sam, come on. Actually, I always think about it. I'm like, Miami, we wear a lot less clothes there. But it's so
you can't get
hot.
away with it because it's so hot and you're on the beach.
Right.
And
yeah. So, you know, I'm a summer baby. So, like, I'm super psyched it's summer now. I'm like, my Miami vibes are starting to come back to me. Thank you for the Pitbull entrance song.
I know,
that was
I totally
very
felt
festive.
like we were clubbing.
I know.
Is that what it's like to be in Miami?
All the time. Because it's only boobs, butts, and clubs. That's it. That's all you got in Miami. No, that's
all
not true.
I want it to be. And real estate and mansions.
Right. And flashy cars.
I've got this amazing visual of what Miami's like.
We'll have to go sometime.
Yes.
We will. Okay, we're coming to you, Miami. We are. But of course, that's not all that Miami is. Let's be honest. But okay, we got to talk about Sam since she is the first person we see in this episode, and she has a lot to say, not just about Miami, but about real estate in general.
I'm so proud of her. I feel like she grew a lot this episode. What do you think?
I was really proud of her too. She's taking a lot of feedback from Chad, from Chris, from everybody else she talks to. And she knows her place. She knows she's a newbie. She knows, you know, she's got to sort of tread lightly when it comes to these big risks because she's in business by herself.
Right. And she's the greenest one, so
right.
She has a lot of learning to do. The first episode we saw she was a little bit starstruck with Gil, so she just wanted to make him happy. But she quickly learned, and I think it was inspired by Chad, that part of being a good realtor is you have to name a good price.
You have to advise.
She finally came to that in this episode.
Yeah, she definitely took the high road. I like that she sort of put Rachel in her place, considering that Rachel's never sold a listing. I don't really get why she has 2 legs to stand on at all.
Where does she get all of this confidence? She has no track record.
I don't know, but she was so they're in that restaurant and having this conversation about what to list Gil Desert's $8.9 million penthouse at, and you know, Sam saying she wants to lower it and Rachel saying no, that's not my job. My job is to take the listing as is. They're deciding the price. It's their property, and I will sell it for that price. Except that, homegirl, you haven't brought anybody in to see it. How are you going to sell it?
Yeah, that's the job you want.
Right.
That's not the job that you're doing because she hasn't made any money from it yet. And, you know, she has a personal relationship with Gil. I don't know to what extent, but I think she's feeling obligated to impress him as well.
Which she's going about it all the wrong way because she just lost the listing. Because when they sit down with Gil, you know, they have that meeting, and obviously I'm sure that was like nerve-wracking as could be. And, you know, Sam was like, I don't feel comfortable selling this listing for this price because everybody in the market has said it's overpriced. I would like to sell it for 8. And he was like, well, but if you sell it for 8, you're really going to bring me a lower number because of negotiations. So, no.
Yeah, and, you know, we should point out that Chris gave her that great advice while they were kangooing.
Oh my God.
That's a thing.
Oh my God.
And I'm really happy about it.
Wait, okay. Wait, talk about the advice and then we have to actually talk about the kangarooing.
So basically, he said reduce or withdraw, which is great. Sums it up. Basically, he needed her to lower the number or you need to walk away. Great advice from a pro. But the best part is where he was giving this advice.
I just want to say, I've never seen kangarooing, but I need to do it.
I know.
After that, okay, so they're on these like weird moon shoes. They're running, they're stretching, they're bouncing,
running, yeah.
And I'm sure it's sick for your legs. Like it's probably like a real core workout. I don't think you do anything with your arms, but that looks like so much fun.
It's like those Skechers platforms things that don't work, but then on steroids. So maybe they do work. I'm hoping because they look so fun. I am not a runner. I hate running. Do not make me run. But I would if I could wear those Kangoo shoes.
Okay, we need to find them. And viewers, listeners, if you know about Kangooing or where we can go to do it, please
let us know. Tweet us, anything.
Find us somehow. I need to know. So they're Kangooing. For whatever reason, there's massages involved in Kangooing. There's a personal trainer for Kangooing. And they're having this super important conversation.
That was the best part, too, is when the masseuse was up behind them. They're having a serious conversation, and there's this random stranger. Well, I mean, I'm sure she wasn't a stranger, but she appeared like a stranger because it's like, what? There's a person there just massaging them. Is she supposed to be there?
You look stressed. You think, woman, they're having a business meeting while they're Kangooing. I don't know. It was amazing. The whole scene was so good.
That's a good life. They've got a really good life.
The more I watch these shows about real estate, the more I want to sell real estate.
That's why you're getting your real estate license. If you didn't see last week, she's getting her real estate license for these reasons, so she can Kangoo and get massages.
It's true. That's
and
why.
Be really rich.
Right, and I may sell a house or just live the lifestyle without. Yeah. I don't know.
You may be a Rachel.
Right.
Let's hope not.
No.
No, I'm sorry. Why did I go there?
No, mean. Alex is mean. It's fine. Well, who would you be? Out of all the cast of characters here.
I like Chris because he's hilarious and he has so many good one-liners. I know we're going to talk about him a little bit later, but he just has so many good one-liners.
He's so good. He's so great. All right, let's finish on Sam for a little because she's also great. We totally respect her and love her that she said to Gil, you know,
yes,
no, you're not going to sell it for this. And he actually came back saying, you know what? This listing is kaput and I'm going to sell it for 8.9 and I'm going to do it, you know, faster than you would have. And it made a bet. However, at the end of the episode, we saw, I don't know how many months later this is.
Yeah.
But he still hasn't sold the apartment and now it's at 8.5.
Right. So he lost. He doesn't know what he's doing. And maybe this will be good because the only downside to this whole thing is that I was like, oh, Sam, you lost a client. You know, as everyone in Miami, including yourself, knows Gil's a very big developer there. And, you know, it's kind of like, oh, you're not going to be able to work with him probably down the line ever again. But at least he has to respect her now.
Right.
Because she was right.
You know what I would love to see in this season? Oh, I will stop right now and I will save that for predictions.
Oh.
Saved. Unless I forget. Can you remind me it's about Gil?
Okay. I'll write a note. I got it. It starred.
Gil. Predictions.
Gil predictions.
You guys know where I'm going with that. You have to. Come on. All right. So, you know, I respect Sam. We'll see what happens with her. I think she's on the right path as far as ethics go and doing business, you know, doing business the right way. So good for you, Sam.
Yes. Go Sam.
Go Sam. All right. Now we have to talk about Chad. Also, people that wrote comments on YouTube, someone said that I know Chad, so I'm whatever. I don't know what the comment was. I forget.
Dish.
But I don't know Chad. So that is false. I know Gil because I've met him. I remember now a couple times through my ex-boyfriend who's a wonderful travel agent in Miami. Call him. But I do not know Chad. I would love to meet Chad because he seems like a rock star.
And he's technically still on the market.
Oh, you know what? I never understand that because what if he's not? What if they're engaged or what if they're married by now? And then right. I will find this out, and I will tell us next time.
I feel like you guys would be a really good fit.
Wouldn't we? Is it because we're both Jewish?
I mean, I just found that out today, and I was already on this last week. But
True.
that is a plus.
Right?
That is a very big plus. We're going to get a hold of him and arrange for this. But anyways, on to his real estate endeavors.
So, smart guy, takes the last house in Palm Island, the one that happens to be for sale, and he's like, I'm going to be the Palm Island guy and sell this house. It's a great deal because it's the last one available, or the only one available, sorry. And the people next door are selling their smaller house that's fully renovated for $6 million, and this house is on the market for $3,995. Okay, so other than being smart, he's also a guy that's been through a lot.
Right. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He told us that he was in a really bad car accident.
When he was 16 years old, he almost didn't make it, and he's got not only physical scars, but emotional scars. And apparently that is what motivates him in doing real estate.
Yeah, he didn't really dive too much into that. I wish he would have kind of put together the pieces for us, but I can only imagine if I were in that situation, I'd be more grateful to be alive. I'd want to accomplish more with my life, but he didn't really dive into that. He just kind of told us that had happened.
You know what? Well, we'll have to have him call in, won't we?
I know, another reason to call him. Chad, get ready for us.
We're coming for you, Chad. We're coming. So he's got this girlfriend, Jen, also Jen. I believe
she's not nearly as cute as you, by the way,
thank
either.
You.
I'm just being
Unless
honest.
you're watching us, you're really pretty.
Call us too.
Actually, no, she seems like a great girl. We found out she's from the Midwest. I'm just a little jealous. Just kidding. She, I think, does some stuff with TV.
Yeah. So that makes sense that she would be a big part of this show versus Sam's boyfriend. I don't think we even saw Sam's boyfriend at all this episode. But she's a really big part, and it seems like she does pretty much everything for him.
Yeah. She definitely
makes some peanut butter sandwiches.
Yeah, and like dresses him, not dresses, but like styles him or like selects things and helps him out with that. And they seem like a good fit, and he seems super appreciative of her, which only makes him that much more attractive because I'm like, you are the best guy.
And he said that he likes a good down-to-earth woman. And yeah, he definitely appreciates her. You're right.
I love that. I love that most about him is that he appreciates his girlfriend. That's so cute.
He's so dreamy.
So dreamy.
Okay, so let's go back to the house that he just sold.
Wait, this open house we have to talk about in further detail because enter Brazilian dancers.
Yes.
With star pasties, the whole like garb. They have the like dancer girl.
It was a club. Basically, they brought the club to this house.
Right. And I will say this. In Miami, those kinds of dancers are everywhere. They're not... It's not like unheard of to just see them in a club or at a restaurant even.
Or an open house.
Or that is honestly fitting for Miami. Especially since the owner of the house is a club owner.
Yeah.
And it's on the water.
And the island, like Palm Island is just so glamorous and you're buying into the lifestyle.
Right.
So I think that was what they were trying to accomplish is show if you live here, you're
super tropical and you're always in the club. You can see the club. You can see the cruise ships.
Yeah.
You can just... go on vacation to wherever you want. I don't know. But the house isn't super fab. It's like medium fab.
It's a medium fab, but as I was watching, I couldn't help but thinking, I think it's so underrated because it definitely needs an owner, and I got an owner, but it definitely needs an owner that's willing to fix it up. But if you're willing to fix it up, you can make a lot of money on that property. Because as he was saying, you put $500,000 into it, and all of a sudden it's worth $6 million.
Right.
From
$3,995.
Right.
I mean, that sounds like a good deal to
and
me.
it's the only property at that price that's a waterfront property. It's the lowest one on that island. I mean, to me, that I like fixing things up. I mean, I don't know that I've got $500,000 to fix something up, but it's that to me would be a plus that you can make a lot of money off of it if I were super rich.
Right.
But a lot of people weren't seeing it that way.
No, and I think when you hear millions and then you see those bathrooms, or the random dance floor. Like, that house isn't for everybody. They're small bedrooms, like non-renovated bathrooms or old bathrooms. Let's just call it what it is.
And that house is old. It was made in 1927.
Yeah, and it was recently, air quotes, renovated 10 years ago. I don't know in what world recent is 10 years ago, but
hence the dance floor in the living room.
Also the club owner, but I come on, you put a dance floor in your living room, but you can't update your bathrooms? Come on.
Yeah.
Anyway, So
a lot of people like to just move into a house and have it be ready
Right.
and set to go. They don't want the hassle. They'd rather pay more to not have the hassle.
Exactly,
And
because
that's what they ran into.
it's true, because then you have to deal with like all the contractors, and like you have to be displaced, and you don't just all of a sudden move. And also, what if somebody who's buying a house just sold theirs and they have to be out by a certain time? They want to be in the next place, and
Right. Then you have work going on while you're living
Right.
there.
Not everybody's up for the challenge. I get where you're coming from, and I would be super psyched to like create my own space and like really do some artwork, if you will.
Depends what you're going for. If
Right.
you're going for just, I want a home that's very livable, that's got a great lifestyle, this is not the home for you. If you're
Right.
buying a home to make money, I think it's a great opportunity. But let's talk about what it did go for.
Okay, so it was listed at $3,995, and Chad met with Paolo, who's an excellent negotiator, I will say.
Yes.
Paolo brings an offer of $3.295 million.
What, Paolo? Are you kidding me?
Paolo,
I'm offended.
way to lowball us, Paolo. So then, Chad's pretty confident because of all of the obvious that we stated, which is that it's the last property available, and that it's waterfront views, and that it's Palm Island. Hello, it's Palm Island. So, he's like, I'll walk away. I'm not going to take your low offer.
Right.
And so Paolo goes and calls his client. I love that they always leave the table or wherever they are, and they go and call their client.
And then we can
How do they
see
know
them,
in that
like,
moment?
pacing back and forth in the
Right.
window.
How do they know in that moment their client's going to answer the phone? What if they don't?
That would be really awkward.
Right?
If
Or
you
what
had
if-
to come back to the table and be like, so I'm going to have to get back to you. Let's drink some more cappuccino.
See, we need these guys to call us so we can know a little bit of the movie magic.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll tell us.
I'm sure there's a few things going on behind the scenes.
Anyway, so he comes back with an offer of $3.55 million, and Chad had already said
Now from the South.
don't know where that came from, that he would take 3.5, but he gets 3.55, and that is a great offer.
Bonus. And it's cash.
Oh, he whipped up some crazy deal right on
I
the spot.
know.
The higher escrow percentage, and 15 days closing instead of 30, and all cash.
Right.
Look at what we're learning.
You go, Chad.
We're learning so much about real estate.
I mean, I still don't know what escrow is, but
I think
will
it's where
pretend I do.
I'm going to say this, and hopefully I don't sound stupid, or maybe that I'm just learning. It's where you put money so that it's in an account, and it means that you're selling it.
Okay.
It's like a commitment. It's like a down payment.
Okay.
And I don't think it's not, I don't know. I know that there's some.
If you know, leave your comments below.
Call us. Sorry, we don't claim to know, so
We are not real estate agents.
Oh, escrow is.
Thank you.
A contractual arrangement in which a third party receives and disperses money or documents for the primary transacting parties, with the disbursement dependent on conditions agreed to by the transacting parties, or you take this one.
An account established by a broker for holding funds on behalf of the broker's principal or some other person until the consummation or termination of transaction. Or
A trust account held in the borrower's name to pay obligations such as property taxes and insurance premiums.
thanks, Wikipedia.
Thank you. The more you know. And thanks, Phil, for hooking us up.
Yes, props to Phil for sure.
Well, now we know. I'm still not quite sure I know, but
That was a little complex. Anyways, the moral of the story is Chad is pretty badass.
And he sold his house.
Yeah. But what was amazing is Eric, aka Stacy's hubby, was not very happy about this.
no, he was not thrilled with the $300,000 decrease in price. Walks away, not thrilled.
Like having a little 5-year-old temper tantrum.
He's like, I will not hear this.
yes. No.
But then came right back. Very dramatic. Because Stacy goes and retrieves him and brings him back. Stacy's hot.
She is hot. And I believe the direct quote I said while watching was, she's hot in a very plasticky way. I mean, girls definitely had some plastic surgery, but it's a case where it went right, I think.
Yes,
like
I
it
love
looks
that.
good.
I love that you commented on it. You said she looks that way, but she looks good.
But she looks good.
Right.
Girl, whatever
Hey.
you're doing, your plastic surgeon knows what he's doing.
There are
Or
some good
she.
ones down there. I'm not going to say that there
I'm
aren't.
sure there's a lot of
It's a good
demand.
business. If you're going to be one there or probably in LA.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Side
all right.
note. Okay.
So, Chad, well done. You have sold a house in 2 episodes.
Woo. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll give him that. He's ahead of Sam.
He is okay, if we're going to keep score, because we actually are,
do
to be
it.
honest.
We're kind of those type of people.
Right. You can make a drinking game out of it. I'm not saying that you should. I'm saying you could.
You are part of two drunk girls, and you're saying you don't have to. I think she's pretty much challenging you.
Just let us know if you are. We just want to know. We just want to know. So now he got another listing on Palm Island, of course, and that was his greater goal, was to be the guy of Palm Island.
Yeah.
Which
So I'd say he's doing well.
I would say that. However, I don't know that was the smartest thing to peg yourself as, considering that, you know, what was that, the only waterfront or something house on Palm Island available. So there's not going to be that much inventory for him to sell to be the guy of Palm Island. But I guess when they do finally sell stuff, he'll be that guy.
I guess we'll see.
We shall see. Wonder what's going to happen with Stacy after the sale is over. Will we see Stacy again?
I kind of hope so. I like Stacy. She's a character.
Yeah, she doesn't say much, but
I would love to see where she moves, at least, because they're upgrading their home.
Oh, wait. Okay. We also, while we're on the topic of Stacy, have to talk about the fact that she co-listed this listing with Chad. The commission was $85,000.
And she got half that.
She got half of it, yet.
And she sold her home. And is
But
getting cash.
so she's double dipping, essentially.
Yeah.
Or
double dipping.
is that like her allowance? Like, we don't know their marital structure. And like, is there a prenup? We don't know. We don't know. So maybe that's just like her money that she gets.
How do you think she gets that plastic surgery?
I would guess he probably pays for that. That seems like something that he might be interested in. But you know, then he said, let's go on vacation. So who knows?
So we won't see them for a couple weeks because, you know, they're in the Bahamas or something like that. But I hope she makes an appearance again.
Me too. And I'm curious about this double dipping because she got the sale price and then she also got a commission. So
yeah.
Whatever.
Kudos to her.
Kudos to her.
You know who else is doing really well? Chris.
Every time he's on the screen and says something funny, I clap. I don't know what it is, but I'm like...
And that's when you and I laugh out loud. Like, when Chris is on, we are laughing out loud. The other two, we're like, oh, yeah. But Chris, it's like, you are so damn funny.
He was made for Bravo.
Yes, he was.
That was casting done right. Actually, this whole cast, amazing.
It's perfect.
Yes. But he especially should get a spinoff. I don't care what. One day when he finds, like, the love of his life, he needs a show just about him.
Yeah.
Bravo. You hear it? Yeah, I'm sure they already know. It's probably already in the works. All right. So Chris meets with Sonata.
Sonata. Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Pretty name.
She's the top agent in Boca, and he's like
Boca Raton.
Oh my God. And I like totally had a problem with the way he said Boca. He's Boca Raton. I'm like, you're clearly not from Miami. It's Boca Raton. Yeah. Raton. The rat. The mouth of the rat.
I'm impressed.
Thank you.
¿Hablas español?
No. But I know what Boca Raton means. So he meets with Sonata, and they're at a polo match. How cute is that?
So cute. Totally Pretty Women channeling going on there.
Very fab. I loved it. Very, upscale and classy. So he's, presenting this idea he has to her, which is that they will co-list this listing she has in Palm Beach.
Which is supposed to be unlike anything else in that area.
Yes. It's like another record breaker, and he's all about record breaking because he sold the most expensive penthouse, where it was the highest sale.
In Florida.
And Miami, the whole thing. So he positions himself as, I want another, record to break. You and I will totally sell this thing because you have the international, I have the New York, Miami contingency, and we are a team. She agrees and even goes as far as saying, and if this works out, we'll do more together.
Ooh.
It's like, go, Chris.
Yes.
Amazing.
We're really seeing his competitive side here.
But he's nice and competitive.
Yes. But this is the guy that wants to break records. And that's what he was going to do in this. And I cannot believe he threw out $20 million for a potential price tag.
Wait, before we get to his ballsiness, we have to talk about the fact that he was a male model.
Oh my gosh, yes.
He was a child male model.
Which explains so much.
So much. So he models for Scholastic books. I guess he was the kid on the book covers.
I mean, I'm not saying that he's not smart, but Scholar? What?
Scholastic.
I love it, though. I feel like it explains a lot.
It definitely does. And I love that that's his claim to fame. He's like, of course I was a model. Hello.
I really hope that he posts it for a Throwback Thursday one of these days. We're going to tweet
We'll
him
find
and
it.
tell him
Yeah.
to post it for Throwback Thursday.
Yes. Yes, we will. We will do that, and you guys should too.
Chris, we're coming for you too.
We are.
We're coming for all of them.
Yeah, it's weird. We're coming. Okay, so he also describes the guy who is the designer of this penthouse that he
Wait for it.
Socialite. What is that?
Male socialite.
It's amazing, is what it is.
It's the best thing ever. Possibly the best term that came out of Chris's mouth tonight.
Yes, other than the advice he gave Sam, that was like the best.
Yeah. And the kangooing. This is why we love him.
Yeah.
Because he just makes us laugh.
He does.
You can tell he just has fun at work.
I want to work with him. I'm going to call him.
We're calling all of them.
We're coming for you people. All right, so we see this listing. It's beyond. The
Crazy.
views on the terrace
Go
are
on for days.
To the point where he wants to list this listing at $20 million, like
and
you
I
said.
didn't even go, you're crazy. I was like,
No.
okay. I mean, obviously it's ambitious, but you can see why he feels that might be realistic.
Right. And also, because if he sold it for that, because someone somewhere could possibly pay for that, he broke a sick record.
Mm-hmm.
So more
So
power
that's
to him
coming
for a challenge.
into. But that didn't happen.
No.
They're not listing it for 20 mil.
No, they're listing it for 13.9.
Which is impressive as well.
Especially
But
since
way lower than what he wanted.
the couple that bought it originally and are selling it, they're a European couple, and they bought it for $10 million in 2010, so 4 years ago.
Okay.
They put, what did they say, $2 million into it?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Maybe not even $2 million. I don't remember, to be completely honest. Maybe it was a couple $100,000.
But
And-
definitely appreciated in value.
right. So now they're selling it 13.9.
Mm-hmm.
And I love his saying, co-listers can't be choosers, because he tried to convince Sonata, but Sonata won. And he's lucky to be part of this listing in the first place. I like that he was gracious about the whole thing and like very like, okay, this is your listing. I will go with you. But if the Moshalite says more like 20 million, they're going for 20.
Right.
However, he lost.
Moshalite thought 3.9.
Right. So they're planning this open house.
Mm-hmm.
Because that, to me, actually is one of my favorite parts of the show.
Mine too.
You know, we saw
Especially
Sam's
in
last
Miami.
time. Yeah.
Because they're so elaborate.
Okay, so planning. Each one of them has their assistant. It's like a sit down. I love that.
This is possibly the best moment. This is the best scene, in my opinion.
It is.
Best scene.
Okay, so tell us, what does Chris want to do for this open
so
house?
Chris goes, I'm thinking a harp and champagne.
You laughed when he said that to you. You're like a
Yeah.
harpist.
Like, I'm picturing this elegant ball as he's saying this. And
It's like heaven almost. There's just white flowing linen.
it's just
and
funny. It's
Yeah.
funny, but I could tell he was going for more of the elegance. And then she totally comes 180, and what does she say?
She wants people in bikinis and a bikini contest.
I'm picturing like Hooters swimsuit competition.
And
when
so
she
was
says
he.
that.
He's like, I'm sorry. No, this is not Hawaiian Tropic here. No.
This is
we are
not
Daytona.
spring break.
No. And she's like, no. And he's like, as long as we do it upscale and classy, like Hervé Leger bathing suits and Jimmy Choo's and
Choo's.
Louboutins.
Mhm.
Okay. So she's like, of course, that's what I meant. Hello.
That's not what she meant.
No, you know what? I've got to say, she seems like a classy dame. She does.
Yeah, no, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, I look at her and I'm like, all right, I would buy a house from you. You seem
Yeah.
like, you know, upscale and like
And
put together.
And she's a little less Miami because
Right.
she focuses on Boca Raton, so a little bit different of a style.
And she's, what is she, European? She's some kind of something.
yeah.
She's a foreigner.
Okay.
Everybody is though there. So they decide they're going to do Sonata's idea, which we
With
then...
a classy twist.
Yes, with a classy twist. And we see a little bit of the previews for that next week.
It's going to be a competition. There are going to be judges, and Chris made it very clear he's going to be one of them.
Oh my God. And she's like, no, it's women in the bathing suits. Like, he's like, I'm sorry, I'm gay, but I can, like, we're the most judgmental people ever. What do you think? I can't
That
look
was
at women
the
and judge
best.
them?
He just wants to judge them.
I love that he calls it what it is. He says what we're thinking. And it's amazing.
Yes.
We need him as a guest. We're going to have him call in. We will.
We will. Stay tuned. You know what else you should stay tuned for? Should we give it away?
Should we?
I don't know.
Phil, should we tell them?
Let's do it.
Yes. Okay. So next week, guys, we have a surprise for you. In honor of the amazing open house planned by Sinalda, we... Tell them.
We are going to be wearing our bikinis.
Yes, we are.
So you can judge us.
Yeah, please do. Text us, tweet us, whatever. Let us know what you think of not only the open house that they have, but our hosting abilities in bikinis.
This will be a first. Will this be a first for you?
It will definitely be a first for me, and it might be a last, but you know what? At least we
Maria
did it.
did it.
Maria did it?
Phil
In Times Square.
Maria didn't. See, now I feel a lot better because Maria is so classy. Now I feel like I'm not selling myself short. Not that I would have cared.
No, I mean, this is summer, guys, and this is a show about Miami.
It's hot in here.
It is, and I mean, to be honest, we're still wearing more than those dancer girls.
Yes.
So I think
We will not be wearing pasties. Sorry, guys.
no, full bathing suits. No, that's not true. Bikinis. But we will be doing that next week, so be sure to tune in and tell your friends.
Yes.
Oh, and while you're there, I mean, you should rate us on iTunes. Give us 5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
You can write comments to us. Tell your friends.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to ask for too much, but
5 stars.
Just watch it 10 times and then,
Pass along, send it to your mom.
Yeah.
Have her send it around.
That'd be great.
Cool. We need to talk about predictions because that's, we've been talking about it. We got to talk about it already.
And now, your
love
AfterBuzz
this.
TV predictions.
So formal.
Spooky is what it is. So I'm going to just dive right in on my prediction
Yes,
before I forget
please.
it.
Go for it.
I predict that because Sam handled this situation with Gil Desert so respectfully and appropriately, that it comes back around to help her later on. Because we see in the preview she gets another listing and now she's doing well again. I think that he will then have her do something else.
I love that. Is it even possible that he'll have her come back on to this listing, this exact listing?
I don't know. It might be or it might not be this particular listing. Maybe it's another one. But I think that they're going to work together again.
I think that they're going to work together too. And I feel like she's learned some big lessons. I feel like she's only going to get more and more successful. There's going to be no more walking away from listings for Sam.
I agree. And I think she will start advising her clients as she's meant to do.
For Chad, I think we're going to start diving into his relationship status. I think we're going to...
Yes.
And by that, I mean we're calling him and setting you guys up on a date.
Right. His relationship status with me, guys. Right?
Exactly.
No? Okay.
No, but I do think we're going to see more of Jen, the other Jen. I'm sorry. And I don't know. There might be a proposal. I think it's really, the focus might go more towards them because they're really setting that up right now.
Right. They did show previews of him buying an Aston Martin just from a sale. So, hey, if you got it, buy an Aston Martin. Sure. All right. What about Chris, our fave? Let's be honest.
I think that he's going to have no problem selling this property for $13.9.
But will he survive the open house? Because he did not seem thrilled in the previews for next week.
So maybe they'll get in a big fight and that could fall through. What do you think?
I don't know, but we'll be wearing bikinis while we're watching.
So who cares?
Exactly. Check out our Instagram. We'll be posting photos while watching.
That's right.
All right. Well, this was a great episode.
Absolutely. I'm very excited to see what happens next week. In particular, the fashion show.
We will see, and we will see whose bikini wins. Hopefully it's ours. Where can everybody find you, Alex?
At Alex Wehrley on Twitter, at Alex Wehrley on Instagram, Facebook.com/Alex Wehrley, and that is WEHRLEY.
It is. And I can be found at Jen the Jew on Twitter and Instagram. Facebook is Jenifer Golden, and my website, jennifergolden.com. Thank you guys for joining us. This has been a lovely episode, and we will see you next week in bathing suits.
See you next week.
You should wear bathing suits too, and tweet us pictures.
We can do it
Join
together.
us. Yes.
It'll be a group affair.
A group
See you then.
outing.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.